I'll go ahead and do a little bit of a speed test between them too, but I'll go ahead and tell you the specs between them. The iPhone XS Max has the Apple A12 Bionic chip, hex-core CPU, and 4 gigs of RAM on all the models, where the OnePlus 8 Pro has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset, octa-core CPU, and 8 gigs of RAM on the base model, and 12 gigs of RAM on the top tier model. So let's go and see which one is the faster one between both of these. Okay, now that we're back, let's go and clear out all the apps in the background, and it looks like we had a lot on the iPhone XS Max. Okay, so let's go and start loading them up. Let's go and do, I have these third-party apps here that I might as well get started with. Let's do Quizlet, 3, 2, 1. And the OnePlus 8 Pro is faster, followed by the iPhone XS Max. Snake vs. Blocks, 3, 2, 1. And OnePlus 8 Pro faster, followed by the XS Max just a little bit behind. You know, not too crazy, but just a little bit, noticeably. Thank you, 3, 2, 1. And OnePlus 8 Pro faster, followed by the iPhone XS Max a little bit behind it. Getting into some gameplay, you're not going to notice any difference at all. They're going to be about the same. Stack, 3, 2, 1. And a little bit of a pop-up here. And even then, I mean, I don't really know, but this one did get into the add faster, which is usually what I base it off of. Fruit Ninja, 3, 2, 1. And OnePlus 8 Pro faster, followed by the iPhone XS Max a little bit behind. So definitely a little bit of a difference there. Nothing too crazy, but definitely noticeable. Facebook, 3, 2, 1. And OnePlus 8 Pro slightly faster. Twitter, 3, 2, 1. OnePlus 8 Pro faster, followed by the XS Max a little bit behind. I forgot what phone this was. Instagram, 3, 2, 1. Now I think I'm in an account here. So I'm in an account here, so it's a little bit of a difference. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And as you can see, the 8 Pro is just flowing by. It's definitely, noticeably ahead of the iPhone XS Max. And we are into it on the Temple Run 2 on the OnePlus 8 Pro. And eventually we get into it on the XS Max. Let's go and end it off with Real Racing 3, 3, 2, 1. And one thing about the OnePlus 8 Pro, every time I hit it, it just goes flying because of the little camera bump it has in the back, which is really annoying. And we're already loaded on the 8 Pro. And we're still loading on the iPhone XS Max. And eventually we get into it on the XS Max, and that was a pretty big difference. It's not like one was just a little bit behind. That one was pretty apparent, and I think with these newer phones, they're doing much better with gaming and all that stuff. In terms of the whole entire speed comparison, what I'll tell you is I think the XS Max is still a fast phone, but I think the 8 Pro is definitely a little bit faster for sure. It's definitely ahead in terms of the speed, and I wouldn't necessarily go from the XS Max to the 8 Pro just based off the performance, but the performance is definitely better on the 8 Pro at the end of the day. So I'll go ahead and do a separate speed test as well as a separate camera test, but I'll briefly hit on the camera in this video.